Today, we're diving into a really powerful story. It's all about perception, ambition, and, the surprising truth that can hide behind a simple, everyday uniform.
So let's start with this quote right here. I want you to really lock this one in your mind, okay? Because we're going to come back to it at the very end. And trust me, by then, it's going to hit completely differently.
Okay, so picture this. A huge, gleaming corporate building right in the heart of Dallas. And that's where our story starts. It's here that we meet our main character, a guy named Marcus Hill. He's a security guard. And his day-to-day? Well, it's pretty much what you'd expect. Checking ID cards, opening doors, keeping an eye on the security cameras. You know the drill. He's there to serve all the high-powered executives who hustle in and out of that building, just making sure everything in the lobby runs like clockwork. And you can just feel the divide, can't you? It's so clear. On one side, you've got the executives, right? They're rolling up in their luxury cars, walking in with their $1,000 suits. And then on the other side, there's Marcus. He's just a constant fixture at that front door, in a simple, plain uniform.
Now, every good story needs a little conflict, and in this one it comes from one particular executive, a guy named Mr. Blake. And Blake, well, he was especially arrogant. To him, Marcus wasn't even a person. He was just part of the furniture. And this whole attitude, it all boils over in this one single moment of public humiliation.
So Marcus, just doing his job, offers a simple, polite good morning. And what does Blake do? He looks at him with this smirk right in front of all his buddies and says, "Good morning? Focus on opening the door. That's your job." Ouch. Just a real moment of public takedown. And Marcus? He doesn't say a word. He just quietly opens the door. But here's the thing. What Blake, and honestly what everyone else in that building had no idea about, was that there was a whole other side to Marcus. So much more than what that uniform suggested. You see, a secret was in the making. And this wasn't some lottery win or a lucky break. No, this was a plan, a really meticulous plan that he was executing, piece by piece, for years. So while all those execs saw was a security guard, the minute his shift was over, Marcus was secretly transforming. He became a student, an investor, a full-on strategist.
And look, this took time. This was absolutely not an overnight thing. We're talking about a 5-year journey, all built on these small disciplined steps. It started with just an online course. Then that led to his first small property investment. Then, a few years in, he scores a deal that literally doubles his money. And he just kept going, step by step, until, unbelievably, he had quietly built a serious real estate company.
And here's the kicker, right? The whole time, his outward identity, the guy in the uniform at the front desk, it stayed exactly the same. No one suspected a thing. But behind that facade, his entire reality was being rebuilt, literally brick by brick. So, after 5 long years of all this quiet, diligent work, the time for secrets was finally over. The day had come, and everything was about to change, and not quietly either. It was going to be big, and it was going to be public.
Suddenly, there's this buzz that just electrifies the whole building. You know how it is. Rumors start flying around the water cooler. The executives are all getting a little antsy, a mix of excitement and, a little bit of nervousness.
And then the official message drops, and it spreads like wildfire. The new owner of the building will visit today. And just like that, it's all hands on deck. Everyone's scrambling to get the main conference room ready, just buzzing with anticipation about who this mysterious new boss could possibly be. Okay, just pause and picture this scene for a second. The conference room is packed with all the top executives, and yeah, that includes our guy, the arrogant Mr. Blake. They're all standing there, waiting in this super tense silence, suits straightened, ready to put on their best face and impress whoever's about to walk through that door. It's the security guard, the guy they walk past every single day, the man they'd overlooked, ignored, and, in Mr. Blake's case, openly mocked for years. He was the new owner. He was now the one in charge.
I mean, the transformation was just absolute. The old uniform? Gone. Replaced by this incredibly sharp suit. That quiet, keep-to-himself demeanor? Gone. Replaced with this air of total, calm confidence. And you can just imagine the looks on their faces. Mr. Blake and his colleagues, they were just frozen. Utterly, completely shocked.
And then Marcus just looks at them, calm as can be, and says, "I believe we've met before." With just those 5 words, he walks over and takes his rightful seat right at the head of the conference table. And the room? Absolute silence. You could hear a pin drop. So, you might be thinking this story ends with some big, loud confrontation, right? A yelling match? Nope. It concludes with one last, really quiet interaction right after that insane meeting. I mean, can you just feel how much things have shifted? The entire power dynamic between Marcus and Blake has been completely turned on its head. There's no going back. And Blake doesn't give some big, dramatic apology. It's not like that. It's more of a quiet, almost mumbled admission. It's him basically confessing how badly he misjudged Marcus, all while kind of staring at his shoes. And Marcus's reply? It's that simple, powerful truth that has defined his entire journey. The line we started with. He's not angry, he's not accusing, he's just stating a fact. And with that, the elevator doors just quietly close. So that leaves us with one last, kind of tough question to think about. If you were Marcus, what would you do? After all those years of disrespect from Blake, would you let him keep his job? It's a really interesting question, right? It's about forgiveness, it's about business, and maybe what really matters most in the end.